We welcome you inside America's Resort, the Greenbrier, as Video Productions brings you Day 2 coverage of the battle for the Springhouse basketball tournament presented by GameChanger. 4 games on the docket of this 5th annual event, and Game 1 will be the girls' Consolation Showdown. A couple of teams from the Mountain State Athletic Conference, Riverside at 6 and 9, and Parkersburg coming in at 9 and 4. Parkersburg losing a tough one yesterday to open this event against Morgantown, and it was Riverside falling in the nightcap last night to Greenbrier East. Greetings from glorious Colonial Hall of the Greenbrier for this one-of-a-kind basketball event, along with color analyst Mark Montgomery and our great crew of Mark Martin. Delighted to have you with us, and Mark, great to be with you. 4 games on tap here today, and what a place and what a basketball showcase.
Hey, Mark, well, it's a great honor to be here, to work the game with you, and like you said, to be here in the Colonial Hall here at the Greenbrier. It's just awesome. It's just, to me, it's like being in one of the biggest arenas there is, but it just, we had a chance to do it last year, and it's just super. Looking forward to these 4 games we have coming up today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I know, talking with John Frisbee, the 4th-year head coach of Riverside, just so excited to get his girls to be a part of this event. Parkersburg is here, got by Chris Murray, who's in his 5th season at the helm. And again, yesterday, these teams facing off some really good basketball teams in Morgantown and Greenbrier East. So one of them going to bounce back here today and take the consolation prize of this event.
Yeah, exactly. I had a chance to watch the Riverside game yesterday. I didn't get to see Parkersburg, and I was really impressed with the 2 Ward sisters. Both of them averaged double-double for Riverside, and I'm sure they're going to probably have their hands full with the Big Reds. They have 3 players in averaging double figures, so looking for a good, exciting game here.
Yeah, leading the way for Parkersburg, Frances Geis. She averages 16 and a half a game, and Lauren Flanagan averages 13 and a half a game. Geis is a junior, and Flanagan is a senior. This event is the brainchild of Jim Justice, who is the owner of the Greenbrier, longtime head coach of Greenbrier East girls basketball, and serves the great state of West Virginia as a United States Senator, which follows 2 terms as the governor of the great state of West Virginia. So we got Parkersburg and Riverside coming up here on Video Productions as we bring you the battle for the Springhouse Day 2. Back in a moment.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store, fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
Make the short drive to Oak Hill and ride in the new year in a new Chevy from Stevens Chevrolet. Trade up to this 2026 Silverado 1500 LT 5.3 V8 Z71 for only $44,340. Or trade up to this factory lifted 1500 Trail Boss Crew Cab V8 for only $47,390. Even trade up to this 2026 LTZ Crew Cab $14,500 off for $54,150.
Get your best tour of the day at Stevens Chevrolet. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Get a great look here at Colonial Hall as they have transformed this wonderful ballroom into a place for great basketball action. I mean, There's not a bad spot all across the grounds of the Greenbrier, inside or outside, right, Mark?
Exactly. And Mark, we talk a little bit about the floor here. You see it was purchased in 2022, 114 feet by 74. It's made up of 741 individual panels that the Greenbrier maintenance crew, has to put down. And, to start this yesterday, all the teams watched a video put on by Game Changers, the main sponsor. Meg Bulger, former WVU player, was here, and they watched a video called One Pill Can Kill, and that's a message about fighting drug abuse here in the state of West Virginia.
Yeah, no doubt. Obviously, Meg Bulger, you can bet WVU gave a great speech, and nice to have her as part of this. So yesterday it was action from start to finish, and really good action between Morgantown and Parkersburg to start it. Morgantown wins it 54-45 in girls action. So Morgantown moves on to the championship, and they'll play Greenbrier East. Had the nightcap, Jim Justice's crew winning over Riverside by a final of 73-48. Really good boys game yesterday between James Monroe and Greenbrier East, and James Monroe pulls that one out in overtime, 70-67. So James Monroe going to play in the championship later today against Bridgeport. Bridgeport, an easy winner over Wyoming East, 70-44. Of course, Bridgeport, the reigning Class AAA champs under head coach Dave Marshall. So good opportunity for both these teams here, Riverside and Parkersburg. Riverside head coach John Frisbee saying earlier, you're going to see this team in just a few weeks in regular MSAC play. So here they are playing in this game here today. So a little self-scout before the regular season game that was, in fact, scheduled.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like if you weren't going to play them twice, now you get a look at them. See what you do good, see what you do bad, and obviously different atmosphere. I'm sure both teams are probably going to shoot the ball better today and feel more comfortable about their surroundings, having played yesterday.
Right, Riverside will be in the white, the home team. Parkersburg will be in the red and will be the visiting team here as we get set for the first of four here on day number 2. 2026 Battle for the Springhouse. Our coverage continues in just a moment on Video Productions.
This is a trillion-dollar business.
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it pretty often.
I wouldn't have imagined in middle school that it would be like this big of a deal in high school.
The fatal dose is considered 2 milligrams. If you had 10 tablets in your hand, 4 of them have that amount.
It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It don't discriminate.
It's not an overdose, it's poisoning. It'll take 5 seconds.
Young kids, they can't take the type of dosage that even an adult can. That's how we're ending up having kids found in bathrooms, janitors' closets, overdosed.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be.
Real questions from West Virginia teens. Answers from the people on the front lines. This is One Pill Can Kill.
All right, it's Championship Saturday here at the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse inside the Greenbrier. Great to have all of you with us here on Video Productions as we get set for this matchup in White Sulphur Springs between Riverside and Parkersburg, our national anthem, and that will be followed by our starting lineups.
For the Parkersburg Lady Big Reds, please welcome junior number 3, Francis Geis. Senior number 13, Lucy Klein.
All right, ready to go with game 1 of 4 here at the Greenbrier Resort, the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse. And this action presented by GameChanger. Unfolding here at glorious Colonial Hall. In Parkersburg in the all-red and Riverside in the all-white. Riverside coming in 6 wins and Parkersburg with 9 victories. Ball in the air, and we are off and running here. Stephen Robinson, Kent Wilkinson, and Brian Holstein are the officials for this game. 3 outstanding officials. They did that overtime game yesterday, Mark, between James Monroe and Greenbrier East. And down low, the Big Reds get it going as Kennedy Porter, who averages 15 a game, 5'10 senior, puts it in.
Little half-court trap here by the Big Reds.
Down low, shot won't go, and the ball out of bounds, and we'll stay here with the Big Reds. Triggering it in, Lucy Klein. Klein's so important to this team, according to head coach Chris Murray, now in his 5th season at the helm. Broad Run High School in Virginia, where he graduated, went to Ohio Valley University, and he has stayed in the Mid-Ohio Valley ever since, met his wife there in the Parkersburg area.
Big Red starting out a little 2-3 zone, pressuring the ball. And
that right into the hands of Kennedy Porter. Lauren Flanagan running the show, and number 3 firing the 3, Frances Geis. And Geis knocks it down. She hits 44% of her shots from the three-point line, shows it there.
Exactly. That's a good percentage. Little 2-2-1 zone, full court press by the Big Reds.
Ball out of bounds, and we'll stay with the Lady Warriors of fourth-year head coach John Frisbee, who went to Valley High School, graduated in 2018, and shot on its way, no good. Down low, and basket good by Gracie Lively.
Yeah, great job. Eyes up down the floor. Was able to get behind Riverside's defense.
Pull-up shot won't go there for Riverside's Ava Ward. The Ward sisters, her father Ron, All-American at Concord. And down low into the hands of Porter, and Porter scores it. Porter now with 4 in the game, and Parkersburg out to a 9-0 lead here against Riverside. Riverside on the attack, and the shot up and in, and finally they get on the board there.
Yeah, nice job against the press there. Finished with a good bounce pass. You know, the Ward sisters are both averaging a double-double.
9-2 game. Mentioned John Frisbee had coached for many years at Valley High School, which closed in 2017-18. He actually graduated back in 1987, played football and all the sports there as a Greyhound, and then played at West Virginia Tech and was there under Bob Goebel. So Porter at the free throw line, missing the first free throw attempt here. Porter with 4 points in the game and sinks the second. So she has 5 in the contest. Just a great finisher, and Porter's going to go play collegiate basketball at Shepherd University. Nice little fake there, and Geis came in here averaging 16.5, and she can score all 3 levels according to Chris Murray. And she puts it through there. Parkersburg program has enjoyed championships down through the years. 12-2 game here. Geis fires, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound and out of bounds. And it will be Parkersburg's basketball. Klein will be the trigger. Feeds it in, trying to get it to Porter, knocked away. Porter scoring there. All out of bounds and going to go in the direction of the Big Reds.
Riverside still playing their zone. Stepping out pressure by a little 1-2-2 zone.
Launching and connecting. Boy, finding the range there is Klein. Lucy Klein. Had the flu, battled that a bit. 6'1" senior. (17-2) lead here. Parkersburg has come out firing. Shot up, and it won't go there for Ava Ward. So Kennedy Porter picks up the foul, first team foul, and that'll have Ava Ward at the free throw line for the Warriors. And can't get the first to go down And if Riverside's going to get back in this game, you got to those opportunities, those free opportunities, you got to take advantage of it, Mark.
Well, I tell you what, you're exactly right. The foul line is so important. A lot of times, if you make your foul shots, really going to give you an opportunity to win. Whereas by missing them, when you're the underdog, you really have no chance.
Nice pass and rolls out of there for Eden DeBoard, who had checked in. DeBoard, a 6'2 senior. Excellent player off the bench for Chris Murray's team. Shot on its way, top of the key, and Anna Roop, who averages 6 a game, gets the three-pointer. Big shot there for Roop. Now the drive in by Flanagan, and a foul going to be called. Big shot there by Roop.
Yeah, they really need, knock down the outside shot. They've missed a couple chippies inside, but they get that inside game going is going to open up the outside even more. And the Ward sisters are very capable. You really like Parkersburg, though. They've just made the right passes. They've seen their teammates open. They haven't finished every play, but you can tell very well coached, very well schooled in fundamentals.
Flanagan swishes both free throws, so 5 different players have scored for Parkersburg. Into the contest for the Big Reds is Faithlin Butcher, a sophomore. She wears number 11. Shot no good. Ava Ward got the rebound there. Got that important board, but she just couldn't get it to go. And then open and scoring is Geis. Geis has 7 now in the game. Makes it a 21-6. Her father, Vince, was an outstanding athlete at Parkersburg High School. 21-6 advantage. Down low, nice job by the Warriors as Caitlin Johnson, who had checked in a moment ago. And Johnson scores it. So 4 different players have scored for the Warriors, but then Lucy Klein answers with a big 3 there. Klein's second three-pointer of the quarter.
Yeah, they're shooting the ball like they've played all their games here this year inside of Colonial Hall.
We did a Marshall game a few weeks back. Last week they had 26 three-pointers. So see what happens here. Big Reds got a ways to go with that, but once you see it go in, others feed off of it. Parkersburg with the ball and a three-pointer on its way. Rims out of there. Nice look for Kinsley LeMasters. Really a good shooter, but that one kind of got robbed there of that one. And the ball out of bounds. Ava Ward had it and could not keep control. And so the Big Reds have it here, and a 16-point lead at the moment. 2:10 to go in this opening quarter. First game of 4 here today at Colonial Hall inside the beautiful Greenbrier Resort. Son LeMaster on the dribble drive and then down low, get it into the hands of Porter. Boy, I tell you what, Mark, Porter is tough to stop down low.
Exactly. I mean, just getting in a proper position, just a little dive to the basket. Her teammates are fine. They're good inside post play.
She has 9 of Parkersburg's 26 points. Here's Rupu hit that big 3 a moment ago and driving into the paint. And the foul will be called.
Yeah, probably got bailed out there. It's a little hard to dribble through the zone. Maybe took one more dribble than she should have, pulled up, shoot that jumper, but got the foul call.
Lauren Flanagan checking out, and Geis is back in for the Big Reds, and checking out for Riverside is Kawana Banks, senior, and back into the contest for Riverside at number 12, and that is Haley Newman, and DeBoard with her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, the Big Reds just beat the Warriors back down the floor several times, got behind them for easy shots.
So Eden DeBoard, 6'2 player, shot good, 2-pointer goes. Nice job there. Knocking down the shot was Newman.
Yeah, just really nice ball movement, was able to get the open shot.
Battle underneath, up, and it won't go. Whistle and a foul. Stephen Robinson whistling the foul there. He's the lead official in this game. And Stephen, what a great career moment as an official. Does football and basketball. And he was the referee for the First Responder Bowl there in Dallas back during bowl season.
That is impressive. That's I mean, what a great honor. And we were talking to him there, and of course, you being the color analyst for Marshall football, you ask him, hey, do you get to do any Marshall games? He goes, nope, not allowed since I'm a Marshall grad. So, I mean, that's good to know that a lot of times when you go on the road, I've always said, I think he has an App State Letterman jersey sweater on under his shirt.
Yeah, he's a Beckley Woodrow Wilson graduate.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him. I'm just talking about referees in general.
He's joined today here by Brian Holstein and Kent Wilkinson, and down low and scoring Ava Ward. Makes it a 29-12 game. Shot on its way, off the mark there for Brooklyn Allen, the 5'6" sophomore. Big Reds back to work here, turning it around, and unable to get it to go is Eden DeBoard. Riverside back on the attack. Need to take advantage of the Parkersburg misses. The claw back into this one. Shot on its way, and that one will be off the mark there for Tawana Banks. Big Reds looking probably for the last shot here of the quarter. Rattles around, won't go. Up and in by DeBoard.
Yeah, just, size advantage in there, and just went up, got the ball at its highest peak, put it right back in. Very nice play, hitting the boards. Yeah, you'll take a look at it again here on the replay.
Ward trying to convert to three-point play. Couldn't do it. Big Red's got a rebound there, but no shot off. And we have played one here inside the Colonial Ballroom, 31-12. Parkersburg on top of Riverside. We're watching live streaming coverage of the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse, presented by Game Changer.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Now there is the Warrior bench. Riverside High School consolidation of East Bank and Riverside. John Frisbee in his fourth season as the head coach. Assistants are Sarah Stout, Derek Banks, Joseph Groom, and Keyshawn Payne. Coach Frisbee is an investigator for the state. Loves coaching basketball, loves these kids at Riverside. And so happy that these young ladies could come and be a part of this battle for the Springhouse. Riverside opening up with the basketball. Couldn't get it to go. And then on the other end, the Big Reds will score it.
Yeah, Parkersburg's just done a great job getting the ball out, getting down the floor. Just the ball doesn't even hit the floor. Just two passes and a layup.
Dice had 7 points in that opening quarter and 9 now in the game. Flanagan runs the floor, flips it up, but she's a smooth left-hander.
Yeah, that's a great play right there. I mean, you don't see that even on the college level. She got there, pulled up, and knocked it down. That's very impressive.
Shot up and won't go there for Riverside's Haley Newman, the sophomore who has such a great motor, according to Coach Frisbee. Down low, they work it around, and it's tough when you got Porter there, the recipient of the pass.
Yeah, Riverside was trying to switch to man-to-man, and kind of everybody wasn't exactly knew where they were supposed to be. And another easy bucket in the paint.
12 in the game for Porter, and again going to play college basketball at Shepherd. Now, member of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Player goes down. Back up is Johnson.
Isn't that just hard to say? Shepherd's in the Pennsylvania Athletic Conference.
It is. Scoop shot good. What a play by Geis. Geis with 11 in the game. Again, Geis can score at all levels and thrown away. We talked about her dad being Vince Geis, and then also part of the family, Chris Way, who is the athletic director at Parkersburg High and has been a wrestling coach there for the Big Reds. And Scott Schinnerline, who was a great wrestler. Will Schinnerline family, great bunch of athletes. She's related to all those, so great athletic genes, no doubt about it. So Riverside at the moment. Anna Roop out there. Sophie Bear brings it across the timeline, gets it to Banks, Kawana Banks, and the two Ward sisters, Ava, number 22, Jada, number 32. They're out there on the court at the moment for the white-clad Warriors.
You know, when Riverside's worked the ball around, had good passing, they've got open shots, and, you know, you can just tell they have the makings of being a good basketball team.
Well, a held ball situation there, and so arrow in the direction of the Big Reds. A nice pass, and it falls through Flanagan. Dash to the bucket, and at the last second dumps it off to Porter.
Been very impressed with their passing, especially, you know, close in for easy shots. Those are just excellent passes.
Big Reds with 10 points here in this second quarter. Riverside looking to produce points for the first time here in this second set of 8 minutes here at the Greenbrier. Running the floor well are the Big Reds, and Lively will put it through. Gracie Lively now with 4 in the game, 5'5" senior. 43-12 game.
Big Reds just stayed in this zone the whole half. You know, it's worked for them, obviously. Trying to take away the inside play of the Ward sisters.
And a takeaway there by Flanagan, and then she just outraces the rest of the field to the basket. And Flanagan now with 6 in the game, 45-12. Yesterday, Parkersburg, they outscored Morgantown 18-11 in the first quarter, then got outscored 19-1 in the second quarter. Outscored the Mohegans 16-6 in the third, and then Morgantown an 18-10 scoring advantage in the fourth quarter. It was a good game, 54-45.
Well, they sure haven't had any of those droughts scoring here in this first game this afternoon.
Shot won't drop there for Haley Newman. Big Reds on the attack and driving, unable to get it to go. And rebound there. Snatched by Emily Toney, the sophomore, number 34, who just checked in for Riverside. Riverside, pink lettering and numbers with the purple trim. School colors predominantly purple and black. And we talk about Riverside and the consolidation of East Bank and DuPont. And when you go back to those schools, names such as Randy Moss and Jerry West.
Yeah, some
Jason
of West Virginia's greatest athletes.
Just to name a few. Driving in, guys couldn't get it to go, and that shot altered there. And good job there by the Big Reds to keep it alive. Eden DeBoard kept it alive, and here's DeBoard. She can't get it to go, but there is Porter.
Yeah, that's just the killer, you know, 4 offensive rebounds and finally put it back in. Very impressed with the Big Reds so far.
47-12 is our score. Toney wants to work it against Porter. Porter swatted that one away. And Porter coming in, 15-point average, 13 rebounds a game. Parkersburg with Geis yesterday leading them in scoring 15. Flanagan had 12. Porter had 10. Lucy Klein had 4. Faithlin Butcher and Gracie Lively each had 2. And Riverside trying to break the scoring drought here. Nice pass and the shot up and a little too strong off the glass there by Banks, but a foul will be called.
Yeah, nice little dive there to the basket. Good entry pass, just wasn't able to finish. Here's the replay on it. You'll see that nice little cut. That's got to earn it at the free throw line. You know they're free, so you should make them.
Eden DeBoer picks up her first foul, and at the free throw line, and the scoring drought comes to an end here in the second quarter as Kiwana Banks averages 5.5 a game. Can't get the second to go down. Another opportunity here. The Ward sisters, we talked about their father, Ron Ward. Just an outstanding basketball player back in the day at Concord, an All-American.
How about his son?
Yeah.
He plays football for Marshall.
Yeah, big brother for Ava and Jada, Braden Ward, and he just keeps getting better and better and better, and he is so young, and they haven't even filled him out yet.
Yeah. The Ward sisters' dad, Ron, one of my favorite nicknames when he was at school at Concord. Do you remember it?
I do not.
Roro.
Roro. Well, I covered that team when I was down here in southern West Virginia, and they had Todd Lusk to go along with him. Todd Lusk looked like, I felt, and played like Larry Bird.
Yeah, Coach Don Christie and Steve Cox, they really had some excellent teams there. Made it to the NAIA tournament, Kansas City, if my memory serves me correctly.
Turnaround shot. Just wouldn't drop there for Faithful and Butcher, the 5'2 sophomore. And knocked away by the Big Reds. We hit the 2-minute mark here in this second quarter, and open for the shot and won't go down for Kinsley LeMasters. Another opportunity, though, here for the Big Reds. Down low to DeBoer, ball out of bounds, and it will be Riverside's basketball again. Stephen Robinson, Kent Wilkinson, and Brian Holstein, outstanding officiating crew working this first game. They worked again the overtime matchup yesterday between Greenbrier East and James Monroe, won by James Monroe. So James Monroe and Bridgeport for the boys championship later here today. Coming up will be the boys consolation game, and that will be the Greenbrier East Spartans in action. Shot up and won't go against Wyoming East. So we always say how the West was won. It's going to be how the East was won.
That's exactly right. The East versus the East.
And both have the green in the color scheme of their schools. 47-13, Parkersburg has controlled this one from the outset. They were up 31-12 to begin this second quarter. Good job there by Ava Ward. And a good job of controlling her dribble down the court, but just could not be rewarded with the shot. Shot up by Flanagan, won't go. Rebound. Controlled by the Big Reds. Shot up and won't drop, but another chance here for Parkersburg. And this time, it won't go for Butcher. We should mention the Ward sisters' mother, Angie. She was a great athlete at Marshall and former Miss West Virginia. So the foul going to be called against Kinsley LeMasters. That's her first.
Here's a replay.
So at the line is Roop, who nailed a three-pointer in that opening quarter. Lone three of the game for Riverside. Parkersburg has knocked down three. Roop missed the first, gets the second. Just a couple of free throws here in this second quarter for this Riverside team. Flanagan lets it fly and knocks it down. It was right on the line. It's a two-pointer for Flanagan. She has 6 here in the second, 8 for the game. 49-13 our score. Shot on its way and a 3, good. How about Sarah Bailey, the junior, with a 3-pointer. Second 3 of the game for Riverside, and that will do it. 2 quarters in the books, and it's a commanding lead for Parkersburg by a count of 49-17 in this girls' consolation game in the 2026 battle for the Springhouse. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions. The battle for the Springhouse is presented by GameChanger.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Make the short drive to Oak Hill and ride in the new year in a new Chevy from Stevens Chevrolet. Trade up to this 2026 Silverado 1500 LT 5.3 V8 Z71 for only $44,340. Or trade up to this factory lifted 1500 Trail Boss Crew Cab V8 for only $47,390. Even trade up to this 2026 LTZ Crew Cab $14,500 off for $54,150.
Get your best deal every day at Stevens Chevrolet. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is a trillion-dollar business.
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it pretty often.
I wouldn't have imagined in middle school that it would be like this big of a deal in high school.
The fatal dose is considered 2 milligrams. If you had 10 tablets in your hand, 4 of them have that amount.
It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It don't discriminate. It's
not an overdose, it's poisoning. It'll take 5 seconds.
Young kids, they can't take the type of dosage that even an adult can. That's how we're ending up having kids found in bathrooms, janitors' closets, overdosed.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be.
Real questions from West Virginia teens. Answers from the people on the front lines. This is One Pill Can Kill.
PHS jumps out to a 9-0 lead over Riverside. They would lead at 31-12 at the end of the first quarter, and then they would score the first 16 points of the second quarter, and they have the advantage here at the break of 49-17 consolation game here of this 2026 Battle for the Springhouse on Video Productions, presented by Game Changer. And our stats here in this first half being sponsored by Stevens Auto and your local Little General Stores. Now, Mark, all Parkersburg here in this first half.
Yeah, and as you look at some highlights here, just they've just been good in about every facet of the game. Inside play, passing, really gave Riverside all kinds of fits, beating them back, limited them to basically one shot, getting behind them. And but hey, I like Riverside. They're scrapping, they're staying with it. They just need to come back out, work the ball around, just keep playing their game. Don't worry about the score.
Leading scorer, Kennedy Porter. She had 16 in the first half for Parkersburg. Good look there at Francis Geis, who had 11. You saw Lauren Flanagan earlier. She's almost at double figures with 8 in the game. And again, it's just been tough sledding for Riverside in this opening half. Eden DeBoard scoring there, and just a lot of different players getting involved. Gracie Lively scoring. 6 different players scored in the first half for the Big Reds. Likewise for Riverside, but just couldn't keep pace. And so it will just be a determination of guts in this second half for John Frisbee's team, and they'll continue to play hard. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll look at some individual numbers here as Parkersburg and Riverside play in this consolation game of the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse. You're watching live coverage on Video Productions, and today's coverage being presented by Game Changer.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
The opioid crisis came in 3 waves. More than 2 decades ago, the first wave. Big drug companies started pushing out stronger and stronger addictive pain pills, getting hundreds of thousands of Americans irrevocably hooked and hijacking people's lives. When the prescription crackdown finally came, the second wave hit. People struggling with addiction were forced to turn to the street, where heroin was cheaper than black market pharmaceuticals. But compared to prescribed pills, heroin was unpredictable and dangerous. Many lost their lives. Now, the third wave is cresting. The crisis has taken a new, even darker turn with the advent of a synthetic opioid, 50 times stronger than heroin. It's called fentanyl. It's a stone-cold killer, and it's ending up in everything.
Welcome back here to the battle for the Springhouse on Video Productions. 49-17 lead for Parkersburg over Riverside here at the break in the girls' consolation. The boys' consolation will be following. It'll be a battle of East as Wyoming East goes up against Greenbrier East. Let's look at individual scoring numbers here in this first half of action. And leading the way was Kennedy Porter with 16. Also in double figures for Parkersburg, Francis Geis with 11. So 2 players averaging in double figures for Parkersburg High School, and they hit for double figures here in this first half. 8 points for point guard Lauren Flanagan, 6 in the contest for Lucy Klein. Meanwhile, Gracie Lively and Eden DeBoard each had 4 points. For Riverside, top scorer was Anna Roop with 4. She had a 3-pointer in the first half, and also 4 points for Ava Ward. 3 points collected by Sarah Barley, who hit a 3-pointer for Riverside. So 2 3-pointers for the Warriors in that first half of action. And then they got 2 points from Haley Newman, 2 points from Caitlin Johnson, and 2 points from Jada Ward. Yesterday, in a loss to Greenbrier East, The Ward sisters had 18 and 10, respectively. Ava with 18, Jada with 10. So, Mark, Riverside, you know, it's a tall task. It's a big mountain to climb, but going to get back in this thing, make it respectable. Who knows? Get stops. We're going to have to get a lot of them, but you're going to have big gains from the Ward sisters.
Well, you know, if I'm coaching Riverside, I'm telling them, hey, don't even look at the scoreboard. Okay, we're going to go out. Let's do the things that we know we can do well. Let's play better than we did the first half. Let's get back on defense. That was a big costly thing, but just see where we end up. You know, see how it goes. Try to outscore them this half and take it from there. You know, it's going to be a very tough task, but you got to learn from this. You got to be positive. I mean, Parkersburg's been very impressive. You can just tell, well coached. They do all the little things right, and that's why they have this lead.
Again, Parkersburg in with a record of 9-4, and Riverside 6-9. Parkersburg in the red, and Riverside in the white. Riverside will have the basketball to get it going. Kawana Banks, the senior, will send it in. Father Derek, one of the assistant coaches for Riverside High School under fourth-year head coach John Frisbee. Chris Murray in his 5th season at the helm of Parkersburg High.
We're waiting on Riverside's coaches.
Well, you know, it's a big place here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of good food. I mean, yeah. Here we go.
Here's John Frisbee. All right, so his Warriors with the basketball to begin things here. Looking for a positive on this opening possession.
Parkersburg's still in their zone. I'm not going to see anything different.
Flanagan comes up with the steal for the Big Reds. So good defensive stop right out of the gate for Parkersburg. Ball on the floor. That is Gracie Lively. Chris Murray said she's just really good at her role on this team. 5'5" senior. Lucy Klein gets it into Flanagan, and Flanagan knocks down the three-pointer.
Yeah, they're just starting right where they left off. As far as their outside shooting, they've shot the three very well.
And they have 4 now in the game to make it 52-17. And boys Consolation coming up, Wyoming East and Greenbrier East in the boys championship. James Monroe, Bridgeport. We look forward to that one. And then Morgantown and Greenbrier East for the girls title. This battle for the Springhouse later here.
And you see right there, that's what Riverside needs to work. Get the ball inside. Let the Ward sisters use their athleticism and see where you can go.
Inside this glorious Colonial Hall, and the shot is good by Ava Ward. Ava Ward with 6 now in the game. Up, and the shot is good by Porter.
Here's the thing: you can't trade baskets. You need to get some stops down there defensively. But again, Parkersburg's a well-tuned machine here today.
Porter now has 18 in the game. Flanagan comes up with a missed shot for Parkersburg. Brings it across the 10-second line. Flanagan, nice move, nice pass, and a foul will be called.
I mean, just like right there, very impressive. Just almost like a no-look, just flipped it right to the open teammate. Just very impressive with their passing. Not only inside in the lane, but, looking down the floor in transition.
Porter could not get shot to drop there. Bounce pass into the hands of Jada Ward. And the ball out of bounds.
Parkersburg could easily, on the other hand, just be lackadaisical and get sloppy in their play defensively, but they're not. I mean, they're still playing, championship brand defense.
Going to have a foul called here on the Big Reds. I believe they're going to get Porter.
Yeah, just a nice physical rebound. You'll be able to take a look at it again here. She gets that rebound, drop step, turn. Everything was great. Got a chance here to get it back at the foul line.
Correction, Lively with the foul. And that'll have Ward at the line. Ava Ward, the junior. Second one won't go through. And a takeaway by Riverside. Sophie Bear down the floor and too strong off the glass by Jada Ward.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away from the really good defense. Kind of gave Parkersburg a little bit of their own mess and nice pass. Seeing their teammate breaking open down the court. Just wasn't able to finish, but good hustle to get the rebound.
Day Porter scoring. She has 19 in the game. She is 3 of 6 at the free throw line. She leads all scorers here in this game. 55-20 game here. Shot good by Ava Ward.
I mean, that's a big league play right there. Nice entry pass to the post, good post play. Fake baseline, came back around, was able to knock it down.
55-22 the score. Porter up and in. Porter now with 21 in the game.
But again, we're, as far as Riverside is concerned, they're trading baskets here. Might look at changing up their defense.
We have a jump ball situation here.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, especially in the lane. You got to keep that ball at least chest high or above your head. You bring it down, it makes everybody the same height.
Shot on its way, and good three-pointer by Roop, her second of the game. Roop now with 7 in the contest for Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside's they've been playing this man-to-man. Just Parkersburg's been taking advantage of it.
Flanagan driving, couldn't get it to go, but Porter there to clean it up and put it through, and Porter's big afternoon continues. Now 23 points, looking for another 3. Back of the iron for Roop, and it goes through.
Wasn't the prettiest shot ever was, but hey, they count for 3.
I'd kind of given up on it. Never give up, right?
Exactly.
Roop now with double figures with 10.
Now let's see. This is what I get tickled about. Where should the ball go back to? Should get back in Roop's hand. Let her keep knocking them down. Parkersburg might have something to say about that.
59-28 is our score. And a Roop. Sophie Bear. Caitlin Johnson has checked in for Riverside. Here's Kawana Banks feeding down low to Jada Ward. And Ward up and in, using the glass nicely there. Ward now with 4 in the game, 59-30. And Flanagan will answer. Well, you start getting a little mow, and then right back comes Parkersburg to drain a 3. 2 now by Flanagan in the game from behind the arc.
Yeah, like, hey, Riverside, we can make 3s too.
Roop looking for another, couldn't get that one to go. Rebound up and in by Johnson.
Hey, she did exactly what she needed to do. Great rebound, a little up and under scoop shot.
62-32 our score. Flanagan finding a slashing Lively to the bucket.
And here's the thing about Riverside, they're playing this man-to-man, so really when you're playing man-to-man, when a shot goes up, all you have to do is block out the person you're guarding. Riverside hasn't done that.
Lucy Klein will score. Klein has 8 in the game. Faithful Butcher has checked back in for the Big Reds, and Gracie Lively is out. 64-32 our score. Bouncer, and Stepping right in front of the pass, the Big Reds down the floor. It's going to be Geis.
Francis Geis.
Yeah, what an impressive job in transition. Parkersburg gets out and runs, and they've been well schooled to look for their open teammate getting back in transition.
Francis Geis getting her first bucket of this third quarter. She has 13 for the game. Jada Ward into the paint, and nice job there by Kennedy Porter playing the defense. And Geis goes up and down with it.
In the game for Parkersburg, number 35, Eden DeBoard.
Eden DeBoard has checked in for Parkersburg, and heading out will be Lucy Klein. Riverside with the basketball, 2:08 and counting here in this third quarter. Parkersburg has led from the outset. Riverside still attacking, working hard. Nice pass, and just a tough break there for Jada Ward. You had to be impressed by Anna Roop here in this game for Riverside, Mark.
Yeah, she's distributed the ball really well. She knows where to get the ball to the open person. It's that time just a little too far under the basket for a good finish on that play.
Flanagan misfires on that three-point attempt. We got Travis Jones in the house, one of the great broadcasters in the state. In fact, he's the West Virginia Sportscaster of the Year. He'll be honored down in North Carolina, Winston-Salem this spring. And Travis, he's a great voice of many schools, including at Bridgeport. He'll be calling the Bridgeport game a bit later in the championship, but he's a proud Parkersburg grad, so
he's got all kinds of connections
He's all about the red and white.
Yeah.
There's Flanagan scoring. Flanagan now with 16 in the game.
Good choices there as far as winning programs.
68-32. Well, you'll find no better high school broadcast radio-wise in the state of West Virginia than what they produce there at Bridgeport High School. All right, Riverside back with the basketball here. Got a break there. And there is Porter. Well, Porter's just lethal.
Yeah, I really like her. I mean, this is like right here, play back. Look at that. I mean, that's just great. I like what she does when she doesn't have the ball to get open. She made a defensive play over here a while ago, right in front of us. She sprinted down to get in on the fast break.
She has 25 in the game now. Roop with the nice drive to the basket, but was unable to get rewarded. Here's Flanagan looking for a three. Hits the back of the iron. Back up and in. Won't go for Porter. And now she'll kick it out. And launching is Butcher. One thing about this particular event, Riverside, Parkersburg, you hope to make it to the state tournament and you get a chance for, the background of shooting at the basket. It's not like your typical high school gymnasium.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it's you can tell. I bet they shot the ball better today than they did yesterday. Or they end up shooting better today.
That was a quick turnaround for Riverside. They played that last game against Greenbrier East of the 4 yesterday. So quick turnaround. Time expires. We have played three. It's 70-32 in favor of the Parkersburg Big Reds. Will return with the fourth in just a moment. You're watching live coverage of the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse Home Video Productions, and today's telecast being presented by Game Changer.
I'm Brad Paisley, and I'm a Game Changer. We're working in West Virginia schools to prevent opioid and other drug use before it starts and empower young mountaineers to make healthy choices and live drug-free lifestyles. Be a game changer and help change the game on opioid and substance misuse in West Virginia.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Well, I've never had a chance to tour the bunker, Mark. Tell us about it.
Well, there it is. That's the hidden door that thousands of people walk by, and that's the first one of the blast doors. That was just it was behind that wall right there, down the hall from the theater. And if you ever get a chance, come over, take the bunker tour. It is awesome.
Speaking of awesome,
yeah.
Kennedy Porter has been awesome for Parkersburg here as they now lead at 72-32 as we start out here in the fourth quarter. Girls Championship game will be tonight between Bridgeport and Greenbrier East. This is the consolation tilt between Parkersburg and Riverside. It's been all Parkersburg here to start out a 4-game set of high school basketball action here in the 2026 Battle for the Springhouse. Great to have all of you with us here on Video Productions. Our coverage being presented by Game Changer. Our stats sponsored by your local Little General Stores.
Hey, and shout out to our producer, Levi. How about going out and getting those shots to share with everybody watching this awesome just what a treasure we have in our state, the Greenbrier Resort.
Absolutely. Stevens Auto also bringing us stats here in the game and racing after the basketball, but unable to chase it down. There was Riverside, Haley Newman. So Ava Ward in, and out goes Sophie Bear. Francis Geis will send it in here. Parkersburg gunning for its 10th win of the season. And how about Flanagan? That is her third 3 in the game.
And I want to tell you what Parkersburg's done. They've switched from that zone, and they went man-to-man here on Riverside.
75-32. Shot in and out there for Kiwanis Banks. And now Geis gets away from the pack, but they're going to have a traveling violation called. So wipe that one away there.
But what a good play. I mean, you don't hardly see that on any level of high school play. Rebound down the floor automatically. Wasn't able to finish.
Miss there for Riverside, and back to work goes Parkersburg, and shot won't drop in there for Klein. And then Porter continues her great game here. Inside Colonial Hall, shot up, no good there by Ava Ward. 77-32, Flanagan breaks free. Flanagan scores.
I mean, I just keep saying that I've been so impressed with them looking down the floor on a defensive rebound and turning it into layups with their passing.
Flanagan has 21 in the game. Shot missed there by Ava Ward. Got another stab at it there, but it wouldn't go through. Parkersburg running the floor. Geis can't get it to drop, and they have a held ball here, and it will go Riverside's way.
I mean, they've just done an excellent job. They're just been able to outrun Riverside and get behind them so many times. That's really been one of the biggest differences in the games is the transition layups and their second chance shots inside.
Across the timeline comes Haley Newman. Shot is short there for Kiwanis Banks. Emily Toney checks back in for Riverside. Saw the sophomore earlier in the game here today. Again, Parkersburg jumped out quickly, had a 9-0 lead before Riverside was able to dent the scoreboard. It's been all Big Reds, and we're going to have a travel called against Parkersburg here. Warriors on the attack. recent state championships for Parkersburg. And Scott Cousins at the helm. Here's Flanagan driving. That shot comes up short, and Ava Ward out of there with it. Chris Murray assisted by Rudy Flanagan, Billy Cottrell, Kyle Mullen, and Shay Kirby. Shay was an outstanding player at Parkersburg, Fairmont State. I mentioned Travis Jones a minute ago. And Travis also the voice of the Fighting Falcons. He was going to be down this way today if Fairmont had a game with Concord that got shelved due to weather. Shot outside and good. Klein hits the three-pointer.
And how about the Parkersburg Fieldhouse where they play their game? The Parkersburg High School Fieldhouse, what a great venue.
Phenomenal. Shot on its way, won't go there for Haley Newman.
So what do you think? The Fieldhouse at Parkersburg, the Logan Fieldhouse, as far as...
Oh, boy, you're asking me a tough one there.
But I mean, probably top two.
Oh, yeah, just in terms of on campus.
Yeah, right.
On campus, no doubt. And then, of course, you got the great Armory in Beckley and the Brush Fork Armory. And
but on campus.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these new schools have really nice gyms, but nothing the ambiance of those two.
Lily Martinez, number 42. She's into the game for Parkersburg. She played some there in the first half. And nice takeaway there by Kawana Banks. And then Banks, number 3, looking for a three. Might have been right on the line there, but she could not get the shot to drop. Maya Lewis has checked in for Parkersburg, 5'7" sophomore. She wears number 14. And Chloe Gribble into the game for the Big Reds, number 33, 5'10" junior. Well, both Parkersburg High and Parkersburg South with excellent girls basketball teams this season. And likewise on the boys' side, the Parkersburg South boys team, really good, have an outstanding scorer in Harry Silva. So, and Mark, it's hard to believe, but tomorrow is February 1st, so we're not that far off from March Madness.
You know, it'll be regionals and state tournament before you turn around and look at it. I mean, it's just, the days are long, but the years are short. They just fly by. You know, it just seems like we were just getting started. Now with this weather, you're going to have a lot of games.
Yeah, you sure are. It's going to be a busy month, no doubt.
More games, less practice.
I think players will take that, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they will. We coaches, we'd probably rather practice. hone our skills.
I loved what some of these coaches were calling it. Snowmageddon.
Yeah, that's right.
Ice. Ice has been a big deal.
Yeah, we lucked out, though. All week they said we were going to get 4 to 8 inches here in the southern part of the state. And we had a little skiff in Beckley, and you and I drove down this morning. You know, the interstate was, really clear. Shout out to the Department of Highways. Those guys, the unsung heroes.
Ava Ward scoring there for Riverside. First bucket of this fourth quarter for Riverside, driving and scoring. Big Reds getting a lot of people into the scoring act as Lewis gets her first basket of the game.
And again, you see the same skills. Nice looking for that pass. Nice little backdoor cut. Very impressive.
84-34. Shot on its way from Sarah Barley. Couldn't get it to drop. Good Battle of the East coming up. Wyoming East and Greenbrier East. Programs with state championships in the history of boys basketball at those respective schools. Ward in double figures for Riverside. Ava Ward, that is. Ava the junior, Jada the sophomore. And going to have held ball situation. It will stay with the Big Reds. Brooklyn Allen checking in for the Big Reds, 5'6" sophomore. excellent shooter. And Chris Murray said when she gets into the game, look out, bombs away.
I'm sure Coach Murray's not going to be happy with all that dribbling by his point guard, though. You haven't seen that. Of course, that's a young player, so more passing. It's man to man.
You're still there by Caitlin Johnson. And Martinez returns. "29 points in the game for Kennedy Porter to lead the way for Parkersburg." Emily Tony committing the foul there for Riverside with 1:22 remaining in the game.
Hey, but you know what, Mark? Just think back.
Martinez trying to score there.
Just think back when we were in high school. You got a chance to come to the Greenbrier, spend the night, have great food, meals, get to play 2 basketball games. I mean, it's just the things that our athletes are able to do today. And what a shout out to Coach Justice and his family for doing this.
Nice job by Ava Ward. 6 points, all 6 Riverside points here. And Jim Justice can't say enough about what he's done for high school basketball in West Virginia and certainly for the great state of West Virginia from a political standpoint. As the governor and as the U.S. Senator, known Jim a long time. I knew Jim when he was coaching the Beckley Bombers.
Was it the Bombers or the Blazers?
The Bombers.
It was, okay.
I would just call Jim at his house in Beckley and get a score from him, cover some of those games, semi-pro basketball. And say the late, great Rick Huckabee of Marshall fame. He was a coach for the Huntington Express. And battle for the missed shot there as a couple of players go down.
And, just look around Colonial Hall. Every school has an enormous banner and then a small banner. On each end of the floor, you might not be seeing, there's a decal on the floor of each team here. I mean, it's just first class all the way, and you would expect nothing other than that from the Justice family.
Shot on its way, no good. Brooklyn Allen, of course, Jim's daughter Jill was a great basketball player, all-stater. Started her career at Clemson and played at Marshall. All right, time winding down here. Well, they've had professional golf here at the Greenbrier, NFL football training camps and practices, boxing, tennis, you name it. Great high school basketball here. Ward, 8th point of this quarter. 84-40, and that is going to be our final score. Parkersburg 84, Riverside 40. That will do it for the consolation game here of this 2026 battle for the Springhouse. We'll come back and recap it for you in a moment here on Video Productions. Today's coverage being presented by Game Changer.
This is a $1 trillion business
Do you guys understand what the term one pill can kill means?
One of my best friends last year, she overdosed on fentanyl.
We actually see people who don't make it pretty often.
I wouldn't have imagined in middle school that it would be like this big of a deal in high school.
The fatal dose is considered 2 milligrams. If you had 10 tablets in your hand, 4 of them have that amount.
It doesn't care who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It don't discriminate.
It's not an overdose, it's poisoning. It'll take 5 seconds.
Young kids, they can't take the type of dosage that even an adult can. That's how we're ending up having kids found in bathrooms, janitor's closets, overdosed.
Peer pressure looks a lot different than what people make it out to be.
Real questions from West Virginia teens. Answers from the people on the front lines. This is One Pill Can Kill.
Here at the Greenbrier Resort, you've been watching live coverage of the 2026 battle for the Springhouse, and today's coverage has been presented by GameChanger.